Let's check some more sentences about zero conditional. If people eat too much, they get fat. It's a real thing that happens every day and everyone knows about it. If people eat too much, if I eat too much, you eat too much, or everyone eats too much, they get fat. It's something that happens. If you touch the fire, you get burned. If you touch the fire, you get burned. Your skin gets the heat and it gets burned. If people don't eat, they die. No matter just people or any other creatures, if people don't eat, so the result is they die. They get sick, they die. If snakes are scared, they bite. It's kind of scientific fact. If snakes are scared, they bite. If babies are hungry, they cry. If babies are hungry, they cry. We can change the place of if with the word when because we know that most of these sentences or even all of them are true and they happen and we are sure about the result. We are certain about the result. That happens like when people eat too much, they get fat. This is a condition. We have another form for this zero conditional per se. It's the formation of if not. We call it somehow the negative form. We can use if with not or a negative point of the sentence in present part, present simple in negative form, or instead of that, we can use unless at the same place as if. Let's check. We have the word unless, and the meaning means if not. So it carries not with itself. If people eat too much, it is carrying not. If we change the positive part negative, so we need negative result here too. If the first part, the main clause, is negative itself, so the result needs to be changed to like. If people eat too much. Now I want to use if not instead of if. I mean unless. Unless people eat too much means if people don't eat too much. So they don't die, they don't get fat, they don't get sick. They get fat changes to they don't get fat. Negative. The result changes. We have present simple form in positive situation and we have positive result here. When it is negative, unless means if not, it is carrying not in it. So if it is negative, so the result changes. And if you have a negative sentence like here, if people don't eat. So when I add if not to this sentence, if not, so I get the not. Negative sentence or negative main clause changes to positive. Now the result changes. Let's do more examples. If you touch the fire, you get burned. I want to use unless. So, unless you touch the fire, if not, if you don't touch the fire. So, do you get burned? Of course not. So it's negative. You don't get burned. Unless you touch the fire, you don't get burned. You get burned if you touch the fire. If not, don't get. If people don't eat, here we have a negative part in our sentence. Now I want to use if not, and we call it unless. Unless people don't eat. It means if people eat. Unless people don't eat, they don't die. That's the word. We change negative with another negative together positive. Here needs a negative form. Unless people don't eat, they don't die. They're alive, healthy, living their lives. Unless they don't eat or they don't use another condition, this unless adds not to the sentence. Now, next one. If snakes are scared, they bite. Now I want to say that if snakes aren't scared, so they don't bite. If snakes are scared, they bite. If snakes aren't scared, they don't bite. This negative form of this is collected up in if, and we use unless. Unless snakes are scared, they don't bite. This is scared. Snakes don't bite. But in situation that they bite, it's the situation that snakes are scared. If they are scared. If babies are hungry, they cry. So they don't cry unless babies are hungry. If babies are hungry, they cry. Unless babies are hungry, they don't cry. Means babies don't cry unless they're hungry. That's good. You make more sentences and also ask your questions in the comments. I will answer them. Thank you.